Hello, everybody. It's Friday. That means it's time for another topic of the week. So, first things first, last week's topic, AoS 2. Obviously, it's been a big week. We're just going to keep rolling because last week's topic is going to connect to this week's topic. I'm not sure there's anything else we really can talk about right now. So, there was a lot of opinions and thoughts last week, and I'll be interested to see how it shifts this week. We're not going to cover the exact same thing. But since we did the last topic of the week, we've had a lot more reveals. And all of these, the reveals, like the nature of them, are that they give you, you're looking through a keyhole at the rule or the piece of information, right? And what I mean by that is obviously you don't see the whole thing. It's been very clear that, we're getting these snippets, and they're largely out of context and largely lacking the other rules. So that's made it hard, and reactions are very swingy, and people get worried, or people get excited, or whatever. And somebody asked me, why do it like this, right? Why would they do it like this? And to me, the answer is pretty obvious, because I'm doing a video talking about it right now, and 100 people posted on Facebook about it since I started talking, right? And 1,000 people were talking about it over the past couple of days. Like, as long as it's good in the end, then you're very likely not to lose many people. But the free marketing you get out of it from driving all this discussion, right, is completely worth it from a very business point of view, I suppose, only, right? Because getting this much traction, this much thing talked about, your game, it's gold, right? It's hard to do. So let's just play right into it. That's fine. Let's do it. Absolutely. Because in my opinion, yeah, it's worth talking about. It's interesting. I'm glad that they do it this way. Yes, it means that we have to guess. And yes, it means we don't see everything. Okay. I like that for the same reason I like movie trailers. You don't get the whole plot of the movie from the movie trailer, right? And we sit around and talk about that for months leading up. And what was this thing in this scene in this corner? People go frame by frame. Is this guy? Does this mean, Juggernaut's in the movie? What's it mean? What does it mean? It's fun. It's like, I really mean that. It's fun. It's fun to have these discussions. I consider it an absolute luxury. Really, I mean this, an absolute luxury that I live a life where I have some amount of time to dedicate to discussing a game on the internet. That's pretty awesome. There aren't many human beings in all of history who had the luxury of that kind of time to care about something so insignificant. So that's fun. So I'd like to keep doing that because I do find it interesting. It's fun to discuss. It's fun to have, as long as you don't get heated and people don't get sort of their feelings hurt. I don't want any of that. But at the same time, it is fun to have these discussions and talk about what could be and talk about what we think this means and that means. For the same reason I do love talking about it with things like movie trailers and stuff like that. In the end, it is going to be whatever it is. The movie's going to be the movie and the game is going to be the game. But right now, it could be anything. It's in the box. What's in the box? Could be anything. It could be a boat. So I thought that'd be fun to talk about. So I think today, or for this week, for this topic, I wanted to have a discussion about sort of the rule you're most excited about, or the change of what they've previewed so far you're most excited about, and the thing that perhaps you have the most concern over. So here's mine. I am very excited about sort of a combination of two things. My big orc boys getting cheaper, like my mega bosses and Gordrak getting cheaper. And the combination of that and command points being able to activate multiple command abilities. Because I've already started list building of like how insane of a Wah can I build. I love the Wah. I love that command ability I always have. It was one of the things that enticed me into playing the Iron Jaws. It's just fun. Like, orcs are just fun. They speak to my inner Timmy. They have big monsters and they want to run across the table and they want to punch people in the face real hard. They're not subtle. They're not tricky. You can play them smartly. right? Like, I mean, you absolutely have to be tactical with them. You can't just like literally push them forward. You do have to be very careful. But they're so sort of like singular in their narrative focus, and the feeling of playing them really does feel like playing orcs. Like, it's how you would imagine orcs to act. Like, it's a great synergy of rules and narrative with the Iron Jaws. And so I'm super excited about like calling a massive wall. I kind of went on about this in the show, and I mean, I am jazzed. And it's just a question of like how much of those points come down. What does that mean? What am I going to get? So time will tell. That's what I'm excited about that. For me, the thing I'm most that I'm most concerned about right now is everything related to these realms, everything related to the realm choice. So this is your artifacts. We've seen like realm artifacts, realm spells, and so on and so forth. I love the idea of realms becoming more of a thing. There are War Scrolls that have special rules when they're in certain realms. Magma Dragon, for example, but there are others. And, you know, you never really saw that being a thing. There have always been rules in the base 4 pages about choosing your realm. It's just they were largely irrelevant. And I'm really interested. Concerned sounds more negative than I am, but I am concerned. I'm interested. Let's go with that. I don't want to unpack any negative connotations, but I am very interested in what this realm selection thing is going to look like. Because if it's messy, then it's going to bleed into a lot of other things. If it's only narrative because it's kind of clunky, I think that will be kind of a shame. So I hope it's efficient and makes sense. And I don't really know what it is. I'm not sure I can picture it right now. I really haven't thought of how they're going to do this. I'm sure it'll come out. And if it's good, it'll be like stunningly obvious. Most good design is in retrospect. But I'm interested. That's the one I'm the most concerned, confused, excited, interested. All of those emotions seemingly at once for. Because I think a lot rests on that. So if that's good, a lot of other things are going to be good. If that's kludgy or anything, then it's kludge is going to spill out. There's going to be kludge overflow, and you got to watch out for overflow kludge. Nobody wants that. So there you go. Drop your thoughts down in the comments below. Let's have a discussion. As always, if you make a response video, just link that down there. Maybe as some rules come out later in the week, you can make a response video or comment then, because we're undoubtedly going to see more big leaks over the next week. But I look forward to the discussion, look forward to seeing your thoughts. As always, you can look down there and find last week's video and any video responses linked down there. But I appreciate you watching this, and we'll see you next time.